Ding! All right, mods. What do we got? Not that one. What's otherworldly maps? Alrighty, so this next one is Awot's Otherworldly Maps. Now, this is not a gameplay mod. It is, or something like that. It's just a random maps. I saw this one up on a Reddit post, and I thought I'm going to take a look at it. So basically, the way we're going to do this is we're going to just launch into the map, do 1 or 2 seeds on each of the map, and see exactly what's happening, and see what's happening. It's got 19 new maps, so we're going to take a look at them really quickly. And we're just going to jump in, and here we go. I have to restart my game for these. Okay, that's fine. If we could, okay. Oh dear, neck is in pain. Okay, where are we? I'm going to go skirmish. I'm going to come here, and we're going to start looking. So, our first map here is all in different, I don't know if it's all in a different language or whatever. I've got a couple of these other maps that are still floating around here from Owls. For some reason, it didn't uninstall or whatever. I can't use it. But anyways, what we're going to do is we're just going to jump into Visible, and we're just going to check out the map and see exactly what it is. Okay, so Alri Sud. Okay, hang on. Let's just double check this. We can build. Okay, so we can build. We can build over here. So we've got a whole bunch of shallows around the outside. Just don't really do anything, except you can build a dock there, right? No, you can't build a dock here. Okay, so these shallows are just here for the effect. Got some ice. There's a random healing spring in the middle. I actually really like that gimmick. I think this gimmick is one of the ones, like, as opposed to a plenty vault or a or a trading post type gimmick. I actually really like this gimmick because it's like, well, if I have map control, I'm not like getting in front of you if you aren't fighting me. But if you're fighting me and I'm holding this spot or I'm retreating back to get health back, that's really, really cool, right? So that's an interesting one there with that gimmick. We got some gold. It's a fairly huntable map. Food all over the place. Pretty open, difficult to wall up, I guess. I think this map is actually quite sick. This is like up there for me as a map that I would actually competitively want to play on. Wow. Wow. That's a big wow. Okay, let's get into the next one. I'm going to try and spend about a minute on each. So first, I'm gonna write down as we go. I'm just gonna say if I like the map or I don't like the map, and we're just gonna tally it up at the end. All right. So the next one here is Awot Unknown. Now I imagine this has got a couple of different spawns on it, but we'll just do a couple and just see. Okay, this is kind of like a map that I've played before, which is called Ravines. I mean, this is kind of sick. This is like ridiculously competitive though. There's random chickens off the side. We haven't seen that in a while. Cool. Oh, he's in the chat. This is actually really cool. All right, let me try and jump. We get 20 seconds to look around. I think that's really cool, but let me see what else we got. Schmack. Another one. Give me more. Give me more. A nice, it's still got a lot of like choke points or whatever, but it is very cool. This is just like standard maps, random. Wow. Okay. Next one. That's really cool. I think we'll do one more seed on that, and then I'll judge whether or not we give it a tick or not. If we get a really weird one, then we get a really weird one. Just another sick map. What else can I say? Town center spawns are cool. I'm running around this very quickly because I'm trying to get as much information in my brain as possible. Oh, this thing in the middle. Okay. Off the side though. Okay. Oh, that's everywhere. Okay. Looks very cool. Let's get another little point over onto that column. There's actually quite a few of these. I want to see how creative he's going to be though, because so far it's pretty stock standard. I mean, the healing spring is cool though. That was creative. Haven't seen that one yet. Okay, so we have another shallows map everywhere. Everything is shallows. It's raining. So unfortunately, because it's raining, this isn't very good for competitive, just on the fact that it's going to be giving frame rate drops to some people who have got like less than super stellar computers. But I really like the concept because it's like, it's raining. So this is fun for like the single player players to jump into if you've got a good computer. Should be fun to play on. It's looking, again, very, very open. So if you just get rid of the rain, obviously it doesn't like fit the thing, then this could be a really, really fun map to play on competitively. Absolutely insane. I can't believe how good these maps are. I mean, if anybody's out there looking for competitive map set that is different from what we already see, this is the map set. I know that most people don't like really care about the competitive map sets, but this is kind of cool so far. Okay, I think we're going to start getting into some more interesting stuff. We've got cattle lands. There's water buffalo everywhere. Huge amounts of cows. Yeah, so I like the concept, but when you have a ridiculous amount of herdables, what ends up happening is we're just going to sit in our base and just eat them. Because it's like, if I have like 20 herdables, I don't need to leave. I don't need to go out to hunt. I'll just stay on that. But this is a very, very closed map. Very easy to wall off. Super, super cool as a concept because there's lots of little ways to walk around and defend yourself. It's pretty open where it's open as well, which is awesome. Gold mine's kind of everywhere though. Kind of makes it difficult to finish a game off, but that could be a good thing. So no all-in strategies. Back town center with huge goats. Herdables. I'd be afraid that this is just going to be a huge boomy map. You can just grab a town center, eat your herdables forever, and then you can like say, "Oh, I'm trying to stop you getting a gold mine. I've got one over here. I got one over here. One wall. Get a sneaky fortress down, and life's really tough." But it's still a cool concept. Definitely something to try out for the single players. Obviously, I'm thinking about this from a competitive standpoint, but really, this is fun. Just all of these maps are going to be fun to play in single player, I think. Okay, so what's this got? Random shrines. Is this walkable? I think it is. So just a nice open map in the middle with the stuff here. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of like an open. Oh, he's got walking berry bushes. Personally, I'm not a fan. Okay, can't walk on that. Personally, I'm not a fan of Mother Nature aggressive things on the map. How much is damage? Is it just 2 damage? Fight me. Does it attack me? It does. Okay. I'm not a fan of these just because it's annoying. But it's totally cool. It's a cool gimmick. But it's just annoying to play with those on there. One idea would be to get a Kataskopos, run around, clean up every single one of these guys so they're chasing you, and then just walk into your opponent's base and then delete your Kataskopos. Just delete your Kataskopos. All right. Let's keep going. What's next? There's so many. Emerald Lush. Okay, so the savanna trees or the trees are all just in shallows here is the idea, I guess. The wood in your main base though, oh, I gotta put a strike on this one. That's not good. It's just his base is so good comparatively. If all the wood was pushed out, but this is still starting wood, right? And it was just pushed out, and this guy had 3 pushed out starting woods as well, then that would be a really cool concept. But the fact that this guy's got pushed out wood and this guy doesn't have pushed out wood, then that's less than ideal. I actually want a map like that. I want a map where the starting wood is like spawn, like if your tower's here, the starting wood is like spawning here. So you've got to go really far out of your base to get it. Harder to defend, easier to raid. Opens up early game aggression a little bit more, even with towers. Now, obviously just for competitive, but yeah, this is kind of a cool idea. All you have to do is change the number. Good, change it. Well, I mean, don't listen to me. It's your maps. I'm not here to change anything. Okay, now we're starting to get into some of the more creative ones, I think. Some of the more creative maps are going to be coming in. We've got ourselves this one. There's a shrine in the corner here. Let me run over here. What is this shrine? This gives me what? Nothing? I'm confused. Oh, the shade's protecting it. The lightning storm won't kill off the shades. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I get the shrine, and it gives me 1 favor a second. No, 0.1 favor a second. So it gives me a monument. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. And you have to kill the guys. I wonder if anyone has a bigger advantage over anyone else there. Anyways, you come over, you drop the dock here, you grab the shrine. There's shrines all over the place. It would probably be... In terms of just straight up balance, this kind of needs to be a little bit more set. Because there's 4 shrines, and while the distance from the town center to here and here is the same, the fact that these are so close together does make life a little bit challenging. So I think, yeah, from a balance standpoint, it needs to be really set where they're going to spawn. It'd be cool if they're just all in the corners with like a pond in the corner as well. One thing with water maps is it's really, for competitive, it's really bad to have a water spawn that's just changing, because I have to scout for it, and that's not fair for every civ. Every civ isn't the same. So you kind of have to be like, the water's over here in one way, shape, or form. So whether that be you draw like a pathway to your starting water, you draw a pathway to your opponent's starting water from the name base or something. You have to give some sort of a clue as to where it is. But it's a very, very cool design. I like it. Use the UFOs. I'm too stupid to do that. What's next? January Fields. Okay. I just got to check again. I think these are shallows, but I've got to check. Okay. Just a really nice map. It's very large. It's a very large map. I think there needs to be some open large maps in the pool. Especially given that I think cavalry is going to be taking a bit of a hit in this patch. So a nice open map where cavalry can just roam around. It might just be pure Norse. But this is kind of one of those cool ideas, I think. I think the large maps definitely need a little bit more love in the Age of Mythology. Like open large map needs a little bit more love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 relics though. It's a lot. It's a lot of relics. But I still like the concept. Basically, this mod here is like competitive, or even just a person who's enjoying playing skirmish. It's a dream. This is really cool. I definitely want to play on these maps a little bit and see how they actually feel. You love my relics, Drew. Okay. Hippopotamus. Again, another rainy map. Like I said, this is fine for me, but I know like Recon was complaining about a map that I put into one of the show matches a while back, and he's like, yeah, I just can't play on this map because my FPS is just going to go down the toilet. But, ooh, this is an interesting concept. 3,000 gold mines. 6,000, 6,000. Oh, they spawned like that. Okay. It's still the same as a 6,000, but you just get 2 there. Oh! I actually really like this. Just as a general concept. One problem that I've been experiencing that I was like, it's kind of a feature more than a problem, but I was like always thinking, wouldn't it be better if the gold mines were just slightly bigger? And if you do this, you don't change anything about the actual resources inside them, but instead now I can go, all right, I've got a little bit more surface area to have my villages. I control this position, and now I can put like 40 villages on gold on the one position. I'm going to mine it out really quickly, mind you, but I can get a lot more villages over here, which is quite nice. So this is very cool. I want to see that concept like tried out on a map where it's just a whole bunch of medium gold mines next to each other to give that feeling. I don't know if it's any good or not, but that's a really sick idea. Mount Awot. Wow. Oh, no. Never mind. Can't see the trees on the mini-map. That's the only problem. I was like, there's no trees on this map, but there's huge amounts. Okay. Is this water? Can I build on it? It is. Okay, so there's 5 fish on both sides. I really, really like this concept. A town center next to a pond. You can siege this. If you grab this town center, you grab this pond, your opponent wanders in here and throws down some docks, builds some siege ships. That's really, really cool. I'm a fan. I like this concept. I think the trees need to change so that they show up on the map, but on the mini map. But this is a sick concept. It's really far from the town center though, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it does favor certain civs over others. I don't mind that, to be honest. Like that's how water maps work. Certain civs are just better than others on those maps. But super cool map. Super cool for a tiny bit of water. This isn't going to change much. Like 5 fish. You're still going to have to go and grab it, mind you. There's probably going to be some really specific build orders for here, but a really, really cool one. Okay. We're up to Mount Awot, weren't we? There's so many. That's the other thing. I think I just have to leave it here because I need to get onto another mod. Otrera, Outlaw Wastes. This one's kind of a nice... I'll just show it off. Just pathways through forests. I imagine this would be a competitive player's nightmare. They would hate this. But this is really, really fun as an idea. But yeah, competitive players would hate this. Yeah, I already know. All right, we're gonna try and drop down to 20, 30 seconds on each map at this point, unless I see something I want to talk about. Otrera, Outlaw Wastes. Yeah, this is just another kind of really cool competitive map. I like the water. You can use this to wall off. Players can put a dock down, get a transport ship to jump over the walls. You can use potentially you might get a town center close to the water, but it doesn't look like there are any on this spawn. I like the terrain. It kind of pops a bit. Looks kind of sick. I mean, what else am I supposed to say? It just looks sick. You have to play on them. Okay, we got Outlaw. Qasr El Amanra. Is this Castle of Amanra? Amanra's castle? Tell me there's a castle in here. Random shrine. Random monument to the villagers here for Amanra, I guess. Oh, in the center we've got the monument to the gods. This isn't poachable, is it? No. So it's just a couple of snakes. I actually don't mind that. I don't mind a gimmick where there's like going to be this type of unit. The unit which doesn't chase you. So you're scared to go in there, right? And that because you're going to die. But they're not going to chase you around the map like a walking berry bush or a Hades shade, for example. Actually, I don't know if the Hades shades chase either, but I like serpents like this. I think this is totally fine. Especially because they're also killable by villagers. I think this is really cool. And it's not like hunt you're going to get extra. All the random monuments are pretty interesting. I don't think they do much, but it's just an idea for the map. You start... There's a concept and a half. Oh, the monuments stop god powers. Oh. Okay. Okay. Creativity now going up. I like it. You get 2 1,500 gold mines on your spawn separated. I like that as well. Okay. I actually like that one. I guess, yeah, but the shades do a little bit too much damage, no? Like if you get hit by one, it's got like a 2 speed and its damage is huge. So if you get hit by one, you get alerted. By the time you look over there, you might have got hit again. Life's sad. Sunlight strands. Just another sick open map. I love this type of map. Everybody loves this type of map. You've got a really beautiful side gold mine, easy to defend, right? 1. Everything else seems really, really tricky to defend, right? Super open. There's also forests. Over here, nice and easy to defend in the corner. Love. Town center, gold mine. Maybe a little bit on the defensive boomy side, but that's totally cool for a map to be like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements. I don't like odd. This is my own personal preference. Holy fork boy. Alrighty. I understand. He's only got... He has 10x versus villages? Okay. He does range damage as well. I kind of want to see what he does. Attack me. I haven't seen what the Retold Forkboy does. Here we come. Forkboy is in. He's finally got his time to shine. He's got 3 range but doesn't melee attack. I see. Can I lure him to the opponent's base? Probably. Let's try. Wait, how much speed does he have? 4.3. I need a scout. Let me restart. All right. Unfortunately, if this is possible, it's not a good thing. Okay, ow, and now chase, and yeah, this is literally all that's gonna happen, right? I'm just gonna bring this into my opponent's base. I'm sorry. As good as the map looks, Forkboy. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing in here? Just ban Greeks, ban everyone, ban Norse. Do I even need to delete my scout? Is he gonna... Do I have to delete my scout? I'm so far away from him. Okay. Not gonna lie, if this happened to me, I would be so upset. All right. Look, we're allowed to have some fun in this game. We're allowed to have some fun in this game. Can we get a Sunlight Strands that's got no Fork Boy and no Middle Town Center? Okay, Timona's Nest. Oh, another trading post map. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know what's going on over here. I mean, this type of trading post where it's up on the top corner like this, and you get a Townsend and you secure the back one. You can fight for this forward one. It's not the best. Yeah, like I said, I think with any of these gimmicks, you really need to, like, if you want it to be competitive and balanced, it needs to be a set spot basically, or like a set couple of spots, and then you build everything up around it to make it feel good. But for a fun map, yeah, hell, why not? Timona's Nest, Tundra, Ubanopolis. We got Volcanic Disruption and White. We got 4 left. Okay, let's just watch them all. Ubanopolis. Okay, what's the Underworld Passage do, though? Can I enter it? I can attack it. What's the Hydra statue do, though? Can I turn my guys into Hydras? Okay, it's just visual. So tiny amounts of forest just placed all around the map. Pear trees. That's kind of sick. I didn't even know we had pear trees. Random warrior automaton. I imagine that guy I can drag into my opponent's base as well. Let's have a look. Can I drag this guy into the opponent's base? Hello there. Yep, are you going to come? Yep. Not ideal. Not ideal for competitive, but as long as nobody does this, it's fine, right? Actually, what happens if you put him on defensive stance? If you just put him on defensive stance, he's not going to chase all the way into your opponent's base. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. That was Ubanopolis, Volcanic Disruption. Oh! Okay, so now this I like. I like this idea because the Tartarian gate is here. Is it going to spawn Tartarian spawns? Or is it just kind of visual? One big fat Tartarian gate? I like the idea. I wouldn't mind it if Tartarian spawns spawned here because you know it's right in the center. And you jump into the map and you go, okay, the center is off limits unless I want to come forward and kill it all with like whatever heroes I make. The gold mines are off limits unless I want to come forward and kill it all. And then you're good to go. You could probably... Can you not just like get Mother Nature to click cast Tartarian Gate? I think that's probably possible. Anyways, this is kind of cool. I mean, it's a cool design. I just wish the gimmick was more gimmicky. I know I was saying I don't like the gimmicks before, but this is like a really nice gimmick because it's like Gaia and it doesn't move. It stays in this spot, which means you just have like a really weird thing, and it's like it could potentially be somewhat. Okay, let's keep going. Volcanic Disruption, White Point. Okay, so there's just some water. I don't see anything specific here. Oh, there's a nice snowman. Yeah. Yeah, just I mean it's a again the trees are looking funky, right? I mean, they aren't. They're not that funky. For some reason, they're not green. I don't know why that is. Why would they? I don't know why the devs would make trees that aren't green. But anyways, that's another map. There's nothing that sticks out to me here. This is just like another nice map. It's a bit funky with the water spawns. You get 4 water spawns somewhere, make them a little bit different. But this is something you have to adapt to, I guess. And is that the last one? Oh, and last one is Yushania Heights. Golds. Random Dwarven Forge with 2 relics on them. Okay. I actually don't mind that either. That's actually a really, really interesting idea, because all of a sudden, if you got 4 relics, you still have to send either 2 guys over here to collect them both, or 1 guy in and back forth. So you could potentially steal one while that's going on if you're the other player and whatever. Anyways, cool. Interesting map. Lots of gold. Very nice and open side forest. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Painted Desert, except without the obnoxious middle things. It's very cool. All right, let's give a little bit of a review. I mean, whatever numbers, random numbers. This matters. Nah, I didn't skip anything. Okay, so there's a couple here I didn't quite like the Fork Boy one. But, I mean, balance-wise, overall, if I just ignore the silly ones, and we're just talking about stuff, there's some issues with sort of like balanced resource spawn. But, I mean, I think we're in the 8s here for actual balance. Maybe not. Let's go 7.93. There's a couple of things that you probably need to be touched up. It needs a lot of stuff. This is Awot random maps. Okay. Then we got fun. Obviously, I love these, but this isn't for. This isn't like anything new to some degree, but they're fun because we like playing skirmish. We like playing multiplayer with our friends. So all of these things are possible to be played against the AI, and it's totally easy to do. So. Lots of interesting ideas to play with. Let's go with another in the 7s here, 7.43. We have to be very specific with these numbers. And then finally, creativity. I loved the healing spring idea. I think there's potential with some of those other gimmicks as well. So yeah, creativity. We're going to get into the 8s here. So yeah, all up, we're going to get a nice round 8.01. So pretty good score. And very, very fun. So let's get into the next one.